me at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you've been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it down. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speed.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 23rd NFL season. Still doing it at age 45, Tom Brady.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
To the air right away is Brady. He finds Corey Davis. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bears had 8 and 5 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Brady's throw there complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Play action. Now it's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
Here's Walker. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Touchdown! Rondale Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're brought out by a fourth-round pick in the 2021 draft out of Notre Dame, Ian Book.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard, fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Book. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Book now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he's certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Brady to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now Book. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Book. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they'll give to Scott here on the option. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. Book. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time tonight. Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Throwing now is Brady. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give him on the play.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Ken Walker, from the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 41, Book. He's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Book now to throw on 1st down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Book toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible.
Well, Lovie Smith, he's seen plenty of challenges in his time as a coach, and he's going to throw the red flag on this one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Lovie saw things correctly, and he wins that challenge. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, that was a show of support to even allow him to attempt to make that kick. And you know if he did, that would tie the NFL record. That's a heck of a shot.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal, but a little bit short. Onto the field now come the Bears. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. On 2nd and 10. Brady. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Brady now on first down.
On the slant, he's got Davis. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On 2nd and 1, Brady. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there to set up first and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
To throw, it's Brady. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Corey Davis, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture of the NFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now Scott, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
He's got it. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a play fake. Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was Robert Tonyan capping it all off on the touchdown grab. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll drop to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll run with Scott. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here's Aaron Siposs now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The final shot before half for Brady.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Najee Harris. well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they fall in that one to the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Jonathan Taylor, well over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run as well. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Back to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here. He's got Smith here.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Back to Walker on first down.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. On play action, now Brady. And that that will be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third.
On the return is Scott.
51 yards on the punt there.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Book now.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And they'll give to Scott here on the option.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They go again with Scott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. To throw his Book. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick is right there. It's good, and now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play. It's Walker.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady.
He finds his man, Sky Moore.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Brady.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A first down throw for Book.
It's caught. Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Book. And this is going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Book. Got an open man. It's Scott. And he is going to lose yardage here. Going to be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On the give, it's Walker. Down to the 22-yard line. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles 17. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Brady. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. He's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ballgame.
He is supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, Book.
Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Book to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Now Book.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Scott.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Book's throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st down, Book.
And he's going to and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. There he goes, right side. 20, 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded right around the 8.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Book firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.